When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. It's Turner. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Fires to the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They're trying to get to him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Watkins. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Looking for room at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on second down. They're bringing heat. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by just 4 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That's an awesome play call, having the running back on the angle route against the blitz. So they bring the linebackers. That completely vacates the middle of the field wide open. Running back runs right into it, and nice job on the throw.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Snap it to the back. Fights off a defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted this team.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line?
And the pass is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They're working that left side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Snowed under by the defense. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it's no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. Got his man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating this guy and making an accurate throw.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The option look. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On second down, wants to throw it. The short hands, it's Watkins. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And turnovers are so pivotal to winning a football game. Last week, man, he put it on the deck as well, and they lost by a possession. This week, you fumble again. Man, you've got to take care of the football. That's always priority number one for every single offense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Snags it over the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 7 over ULM. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He fires one deep down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Scrambling away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play-action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back, so you have no idea.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Trying play action. Pressure coming. It's complete. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on second down. Feeling some heat. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to him.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
On second down, he's looking downfield. got it in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. First down here for the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to move the chains. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, fresh set of downs.